and welcome back to today's vlog. Today I want to talk to you about 3 important things, and it's pretty much focused on everyone, but I'm really targeting my Countdown to Summer Sizzle group. Here's the concept. I want to talk to you first about playing the long game. You have started a 60-day challenge. You're about a week into a 60-day challenge, and you're focused specifically on a goal that happens around June. However, I just want to talk to you about playing the long game, and by that I mean considering the larger scope. I've talked to a couple of people throughout the last couple of weeks, and they talk about either putting things off until a certain point. You know, I'm not going to work out until X, or I think I'm going to start my workout, I don't know, on this magical date or that magical date. Here's the deal. Fitness is about every day, all day, anytime, all the time. It's not about an event or a reunion or a holiday or even the summer, quite frankly. I think that you can use an event to kickstart something and to give you a quantifiable date and a deadline. However, fitness is about a lifestyle change, and it's an overall commitment. With that said, the good news is that you can forgive yourself a little bit, and you can give yourself a little bit of time and a little bit of leeway. You do not have to be at 100% all the time. What you want to aim for is about an 80% rate. That might mean that you start off at around a 20% and you creep up to 80. I want to talk to you about my own progress and my own process. In the very beginning, I went to a trainer, again, Betty Gutierrez. I cannot give her enough shout outs. And my whole goal in the very beginning, I had very small goals, and they're probably odd to some people, but my first goal was to stand up straight. It was posture. I know, it sounds crazy, but when you're a little heavy, when maybe that heaviness is making parts of your body protrude more than you want them to, standing up straight is difficult. It's emotional. For me it was very emotional. It made me very uncomfortable to have strong posture, because that asserted confidence that I really didn't have inside yet. So posture was my big goal. Does that mean perfect on eating and working out and all those other things? No. My whole goal was simply to stand up straight, to hold my shoulders back, to align my spine, and to walk with confidence. I also wanted to start looking people in the eyes. I wanted to start smiling again. That was a part of my personality before I gained weight, and it kind of dried up when I was at my heaviest. My next goal was, when I was working out, I always wanted to go 1 minute longer than I did the last time. So every single time I'd go in there, I'd be doing this high impact cardio, I'd be dying and sputtering and coughing and wheezing, and I would say to myself, I made it through 19 minutes, I'm going to go for 20. I'm going to go for 21. I'm going to go for 23. And that was in everything, in Zumba. It was in Turbo Kick. It was in every class that I took. That was challenging for me, and for me, cardio was always tough. So I want to encourage you to pick small goals. Stand up straight, smile, look yourself in the eye. I hope you're still complimenting yourself on one item, one object each day. You have got to find something that you love about yourself each and every single day. And so make sure you do that. Now, with the long game in sight, remember that you're going to have to get your approach to fitness as a tripod. And I cannot stress enough, tripod fitness is just as important in my mind as purposeful fitness. And the two are pretty linked. First off, tripod fitness. That's nutrition, strength, and cardio. I can tell you right now, it doesn't make any sense to starve yourself so that you can lose weight. I'm so sorry, it's not a good idea. And if that offends you, you just might have to be offended. You shouldn't be cutting out parts of your diet that were intended for you by God and creation. You shouldn't be cutting out entire food groups or entire segments of nutrition from yourself. You know, people who claim they're cutting out sugar, I would really like to understand how you're doing that. If you really, really are, I mean, sugar's in bread, sugar's everywhere. I'm curious, sugar's in vegetables to a certain extent. So I wouldn't advise it. Cutting out entire groups like entire carbs, that's not smart. Where's your energy for your cardio? Where's your energy for your day? Good carbs, maybe. Maybe we could do a little swappy. How about that? Maybe we could go for some synthetic sugars, we switch them out for some natural sugars. Maybe we could go for some bleached carbohydrates, switch them out for some natural carbohydrates. But don't go cutting out entire groups, because extremism never works, and you are playing the long game. Also, I want to talk to you about cardio. Obviously, you need cardio. People will tell you, you know, go for a walk, a brisk walk, not a long walk. I mean, not a casual walk. If you can be on the cell phone while you're on the treadmill or on the elliptical or walking around the block, trust me, you're probably not at the point that you should be for weight loss or even heart health. And then lastly, strength. I can't tell you how much of a fan I am of strength training. It's so important. If you've ever seen yourself, you know, kind of looked at your body, you lose weight, but it looks kind of saggy, it looks like you're melting. You know what I'm talking about? Your parts are hanging off and you lost the weight, and it's great. You can get it in pants, you can shift it around, you can tuck a little bit of this over here, tuck it down and pull it around and hope to God nobody has to look at the truth of it. Okay, that's because you did cardio or nutrition alterations and you didn't put your strength in there. The strength is going to give you the curvature. The strength is going to keep the weight that you lose from falling and melting and instead staying firm and shrinking. Okay, so that's probably what you want. I know that you may be afraid of strength. We'll be looking at some strength options here in the next couple of days. But you've got yoga, you've got resistance training, you've got actual weights, you've got all kinds of options, Pilates, Plyo. Come see me on Fridays. We do strength and boot camp type things that have strength. You could do push-ups, any number of things that give you strength. That's what you want to stop yourself from looking like you're melting. And then lastly, we are looking at the 3,500 rule. And if you are losing weight, because you know I've got a lot of different people doing a lot of different things. Some of my people are looking at nutritional changes, some are looking at behavioral changes, some are looking at physical changes, and then the physical changes are so varied. Some people are losing weight, some people are just tightening it up, some people are increasing cardio for their summer sizzle challenge. I have no idea. Like in my case, I'm not really losing weight, but I am losing fat percentage, body fat percentage. That's my goal. So if you're looking at losing weight, 3,500 is calories equals 1 pound. Now what do I mean by that? When you enter what you're eating every day on Spark People, if you're using that tool or any other tool or Body Bug system, when you enter your calories, let's say you get to 1,900 calories. Okay, and when you enter those calories, you need to be at a 500 calorie deficit each and every day. That's your goal. So that means if you eat 1,900 calories, make sure you burned 2,400 calories. That's your goal, okay, every single day. You'll probably need to work out to do that. You may, to get your 500 calorie deficit, you may need to up the workout, up the cardio, and then reduce some calories. You may need to reconfigure your calories. For me, it helped to have that 3,500 goal, a 500 calorie a day deficit for 7 days. It helped me so much because I could do a lot of different tricks in my day to get me right. My nutrition, as everyone knows, was the killer. So I would up the workout to get that 500 calorie deficit. And you know the trick is that what would happen is I'd up the workout, I wouldn't have enough energy, and then I would be forced to increase my positive carbs, my healthy carbs. And once I did that, I would be forced to decrease things that were not so healthy, like unhealthy fats that were sucking up all my calories. See, it's funny how things work. It just kind of depends on who you are and how your brain operates. So, again, you are shooting for a $500, got money on the brain, 500 calorie deficit every single day. And if you can do that, then you will lose 1 pound every week. I guarantee it. If you can up that to 1,000 calorie deficit a day, then there you go, bingo, you know it. You're going to lose 2 pounds a day. Play the long game. Shoot for a long period of time. You did not get fat overnight. You did not get out of shape overnight. You did not have unhealthy eating habits overnight. Please do not believe in your heart that it's all going to be corrected overnight. With that said, I hope you are feeling fit and beautiful. This week is going to be amazing. This week is a mental week. Do not expect a whole lot of quantifiable changes that you can observe. It's largely going to be in your mind. We are probably looking at about month 2 before we start seeing a lot of changes, unless of course you're altering yourself to 3,500, and then you will lose about 1 pound a week, guaranteed. Hope you're feeling fit and beautiful. Until next.